Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Lazy Mini Painting. I'm Les. Hello. Nice to see you all again. Hopefully, some of you are coming back for returning. If you're new here, well, nice to meet you. Please feel free to chat. I will be jumping over into the portrait mode very soon as I get a notification, because for some reason it doesn't like me doing it unless I've got notifications for it or I've done stupid things like go through YouTube, put it in my history, and go click at it from there. So thinking that might be the better option is just go through my history, click on it, and then I can get onto it, access it easily enough from that bit. So let's go. My channel, portrait mode. Mute myself because I cannot be bothered listening to me because it is really awkward. Then I should put that in my history so I can go click on it again. And also means I can now mute off my phone off. Right. Now where am I? I've lost how to do this. I've forgotten how to even do a stream. Good evening, Twisted. Good evening. Sorry if I not got back to you. You kind of overwhelmed me a little bit on the comments the other day. Anyone who thinks that I'm any kind of inspiration, overwhelmed me a little bit. It's what happens. I'm not very good at taking these compliments. Good evening, Ali. Good evening. Somebody just fell off my desk. What a surprise. So, tonight we are in ORKTOBER. How? I am good, man. How are you? How's you? Let me know when you're ready for me to come over and do thingamabobbies, and I can get over to you and do thingamabobbies. What was it again? Oh yeah, lightning claws. I knew there was something. My brain does work occasionally. Now, I do need to glue something onto his knee pad, which is something I should have done already, but I haven't, so I'm going to do it now. And that's glue the art glyph over the Aegis sign. I need to be careful with this, so knowing that droplets are going to come off it, I'll throw it on that first. And then try and hold it in place with a finger that's not going to stick. There we go, we have an art glyph on his knee. Just there now, covering up the one of the words from the Nemesis Dread Knight armour. So yes, we are painting Lasgull Thwacker. You've been sat on my desk staring at me in this setup that he's been set up in, waiting to be painted, and he's been waiting patiently, so I think I shall paint a start now. So I'm going to start with all the bolt gun or all the metal parts just so I can pick them out first, because there are going to be a lot of them. A lot of them. Good evening, Graham, and good evening, Silvers. Ooh, well, we're getting quite a few in tonight, which is nice to see. Nice to see. It means I'm not talking to myself. Not that would ever stop me. So all the gunmetal parts, all the metal parts need to be painted in metal, silver, basic bolt gun, or lead belcher if you're using Citadel paints. Just steel if you're using anything else. Now I still haven't chose a clan for my orcs, which is not very good, really. Part of me's thinking yellow because I don't have many yellow army units, but then I remembered I've got yellow all over my bloody Tyranids, haven't I? So I've used blue, I've used red, I've used yellow, I've used green, I've used purple. Does that mean I'm going to have to do it just plain old Goths? But that's like doing vanilla Marines. I don't want to do vanilla. I don't like vanilla. Well, I like the flavour of vanilla, I just don't like... Yeah, I'd rather something a bit more fancy like. This is week 6 on the work on the Inferno. Jeez. Yeah, the only thing that's taken me that long is the Magical World of Sparkles and how it's the only thing that's done that long, and that's because I do it once a week, and it is a massive undertaking. It is not a small project by any stretch of the imagination. So we have some nice bashed on panels. Now I am just taking this straight from the pot because for some reason this silver separates when I put it on a wet palette. It really, really enjoys separating when I put it on a wet palette, so I try not to, if I can. And yes, Graham, it is a whoa stream. I'm finally going to have Lasgulf Whacker painted up, hopefully, by the end of this month. I've seen the amount of bits and gubbins and stuff that I've got all over him, which is a lot, to say the least. You're in both, Ali. Excellent, thank you very much. Yes, you're right. From the portrait mode, it is also available in the horizontal cam. However, if you're on the phone or a tablet and you prefer watching on the portrait cam, feel free. I'll try and keep it in line for both so that you can actually see what I'm doing. But at the moment I'm just painting all the metal bits in metal. Of course, I'm painting the metal bits in metal. I'm not going to be painting the metal bits in bloody ceramic, am I? I'm using standard lead belcher, which I've got a feeling I'm actually going to end up using a lot more of than I originally intended, but hey ho. I'm thinking maybe I should have just sprayed it in lead belcher first and then painted over the rest of it where I needed it to be. It might have made things quicker. Silvers, you have a new post in Discord. It's week 6 in Inferno. Any idea? If you've posted it in the Discord, then we can have a look from there, huh? That should be easy enough for us to get access to. I can jump into there quickly enough from here. So I should be alright. Hey, it's fun. I'm glad some people turned down being moderators. Now my moderators don't outnumber the normal number of people. It's intimidating for people to talk when everyone's a moderator and you're the only one that's not. I don't know why, but some people find that slightly intimidating to chat in a room full of moderators. It's like they feel like they can't say anything. In my case, quite the opposite. You can say stuff, it's just, yeah, some of the moderators might shut you down if you go too far, but I like it when it's lots of grace. I mean, I'd like it even more if I can eventually get everyone to turn into green names, but that's a long, long while off. That is a long, long while off. We have lots of gubbins down the back here. Lots and lots of gubbins down the back. Lots of hydraulics. And lots of metal pieces. So I've got a feeling a lot of this is actually going to be lead belcher. Which isn't a bad thing, really. As long as we get it all covered and painted in. No worries, welcome back, Hal. Right, so you want ideas on what you've just posted, and while we're doing it, we'll have a look at what Silvers has just brought up as well. I mean, everyone can feel free to go in there. We also have a new absolutely Right, so that's what you've got for Wrath and... Right, no, I was thinking about these earlier. I was thinking about these earlier. Oh dear, Graham, what is that busy night you've got on tonight? That's a lot of stuff. Right, let me get to the point where I'm... Right, minimise that. This will be my competition entry. If I can get it done in time. That's if I can get it done in time. If I can't get it done in time, then no, it's not going to be my competition entry, and I'm going to have to use something else that I've kit bashed. But I've got to have painted it within this time period, haven't I? Shit. So I'll have to throw something smaller together that's kit bashed. And then enter that if I don't get this painted in time. But my idea is to get this painted in time, and yes, this will be my competition entry for your channel. Sore and shaky, but you're still up and painting. I don't think there's anything on this planet that can stop you being up and painting twisted. And if I ever do find out what it is, I don't want to meet it. I don't. Because it's managed to get you stop painting, and it's a force on its own. It's a force to be reckoned with on its own, and I don't want to go anywhere near it. Alright. So we need to look into hints are improving on How's character design. Plural. And most of them are off the 7 deadly sins basis, so gluttony, lust, avarice, and so on and so forth. To use a lot of their more traditional names. Yep, you do. You paint regardless of what condition you're in twisted, to the point where it actually concerns me sometimes as to how much time you spend at the desk in pain. It is concerning. Especially for someone like me who doesn't spend that much time at the desk painting. You get you who will literally sit there at the desk in absolute agony, still painting. And I barely get here twice a week. And sometimes I do get a good 3-4 hours painting, but not always. Essentially, my break can do, when I go for a break, it can do one of two things. It can either really boost me up to carry on going, or it can kill all my mojo for painting. But I usually have to go for that break, so I don't get much of a choice in that. I just have to deal with whatever happens afterwards. You did a 14-hour day next week. I don't think I can spend 14 hours awake in a day, to be quite honest. I go for lots of naps. And I go for lots of laydowns. That Land Raider? That Land Raider is gonna take a whole lot of work. I like the plasma cannons. I'm going to say it is an official model. That's what I'm going to say. Nerglifying it with what you did with the Rhino should be a doddle now. Should be an absolute doddle. It would go very... Yeah, it would be very fitting if you were to Nerglify that. Okay, now I've done most of the what I want as standard lead belcher-ish colours, I think. Now I'm going to add some bronze onto it, just to give it an alternate metaling. Don't want everything too just grey metal. I do want a bit of other metal in there, so we're going to go for some bronze from the Pro Acrylic, which does go on the wet palette nicely, in fact. And then we can start looking at some of the more standout pieces that we want to get. So in this case, we'll go for a nice bronze hammerhead. I'm not too happy about the fact that he's still got an eagle on the hammer, but he's still going to have the chaos side on the other one, so it'll balance it out, because the orcs don't care really, do they? If it's smashy, it's smashy. If it's choppy, it's choppy. And if it's got dakka, then it's got dakka. Not overly too bothered about aesthetics too much. As long as it's got the right colours on it. That's all they really care about. So you can get away with a bit of a slapdash approach with orcs, which is one of the things I like about painting them. They're not as precise and neat and tidy as some of the others, although you do have to kind of paint them neat and tidy. Yep, you are correct there, Twisted. That Nurglified Land Raider, to be quite honest, that entire Nurgle force, with the amount of work that you put into it, especially with your epoxy resin or your epoxy work into it, the entire force is going to look quite nice when you've done it. And it should blend quite nicely, even with the standard moulding of things like Plague Marines and stuff. They should work quite well in there. So yeah, I'm in a bit of agreement with Twisted there. Crack on with it, and it will look good. Now we have a large panel back here, which is one of the ones that I glued on from the brass. Any more panels that I've glued on but I've not painted in? Yep, there's one. There's a bit of a radiator grill in there. Do the orc face on the gun. And this barrel here. And then a few of the rings around the actual lead belcher version. Oh, what a shame, you're being dragged out shooting tomorrow. I'll swap you. I'll go shooting. You come and paint. How's that? And I know you're already thinking, nope, I am not letting you anywhere near a firearm because you're a frigging nutter. I'm not that bad. I'll keep it pointed down. I'll keep my finger off the trigger until I'm pointing at whatever I'm shooting at. And then I get to watch Rabbit go into a little thing. No, that's not Rabbit Hole Library. Before anyone gets confused about me trying to take out subscribers and moderators. I mean the little furry things that you eat. Or at least you would eat if you didn't turn it into a little pile of mush by shooting it with a shotgun. Pardon me. So we're getting some colour on there. And some shiny bits. The problem is he's covered in a lot of friggin' armour. And I mean a lot of fucking armour. So much armour. And I'm going to have to pick a colour for this armour. But this isn't just picking a colour for his armour. This is picking a colour for my entire army scheme. So this is going to be everything. This is going to be a whole lot. Oh, well, you're doing well. You've only got, what, 500 quid to replace it all? You'll be doing fine, Graham. You're doing fine. Oh, is there anything back here that I need to paint up? You know, seeing as I've got grots with stick bombs and ammunition crates and all sorts of other things. So he's got a stick bomb. Dragging along an ammo crate. He's got some ammo in his hand. And an ammo belt. So he's obviously helping feeding the big gun. I mean, guns, all the ammo casings down the side here. And he is a war boss, so he has the snazziest of snazzy guns. And snazziest of snazziest stick bombs. Because it is not a poor war boss that can afford a set of armour like this. It is not. Ooh, nice spots for grouse, partridge, and you're going for deer season. Do I go for a purple orc? Make him super sneaky. That is a good question. I think I'm going to end up going for bright yellow, you know. As much as I hate yellow, I've got a feeling it's going to have to be like bright yellow in this case. I don't have anything that's bright yellow really. I have dull yellow and I have skinny tone yellow, but I don't have any bright yellow. Mighty Joe. Oh. Hey Joe. Hey Mighty Joe. Yeah, no, that was well done, Ali. Women have got a perfect place in 40k. For God's sakes, you have entire army dedicated to the female of the species. We have the Sisters of Battle, and they are fantastic. And then you have the ultimate epitome to just blank out any chaos, which are the blanks, the Sisters of Silence. Again, another fantastic unit. Other half of the Adeptus Custodes, the Emperor's finest warriors. And they work in tandem with each other very, very well. So you get special liberties. Is what you're saying, Twisted. You get special liberties to be able to go hunt deer when nobody else is allowed to hunt deer. But you can go because you can. Yeah. Well, I can't make it out to where everyone else goes hunting, so can I go hunting here instead, please? And they go, yep, just don't kill too many. That doesn't sound too bad, actually. Now they keep words that they know, like victory. Even though it doesn't say victory, it still does to that, to an orc. And you can read Low Gothic anyway. Not that many orcs can read Low Gothic, but I'm going to guess that the mechs can. Just out of an innate. No, that's fine, Ali. If he's going to use language like that, then he can go take a running jump off a very short pier. We don't take abuse to our moderators lightly on this place. If you want to abuse my moderators, you can go and fuck off. I'm 5 minutes in? Yeah, good. Yeah, if you want to hurl abuse at my moderators, fuck off. I'm not taking it. Neither are they, and they know they have the power to just boot you without even questioning me. Laz, can I boot this guy? Has he pissed you off? Yeah. See ya. As I found out though, if in certain cases I will correct my moderators, but not in this case. Some people who have been to see me and know what I'm like and know what the channel's about. Like last week, Ali wasn't aware that a question that came up was something that I'm willing to answer. She did the correct thing. She blocked the question until I got to it and got a chance to say yay or nay. She did the right thing. But it gave me the chance to go back and check the question. Same with that one. I went back and checked it. And no, Ali was right to block it. Within her opinion. And I am not going to counteract it. And I don't think you would have provoked him, Ali. You're not that type of person. Although it'll be not so mighty now, Joe. Not so mighty now, Joe. I'd have been a. I suppose some people might classify that as a slight provocation. But, nah. Gonna make comments that are inappropriate. As I said, anybody's welcome in here. Providing you are at least not an arsehole. Basically, as long as you're less of an arsehole than the guy on screen, you're fine. Which gives you a lot more play and a lot more wiggle room than you think. But still, no. There's certain levels of arseholery are not tolerated, and sexism is one of them. I will not have bad things said about the fairer sex. I won't have bad things said about the males either. So if you're a feminist coming in here and trying to blame everything on men, you can get the fuck out as well. We is all people. We're all people. And all of our opinions amount to the same thing. Shite. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of yellow paneling. A lot of yellow paneling. So he's going for yellows. Because he's got money. Yeah, Graham just abuses the host. That's fine. But Graham, you abuse me in an odd way. You abuse me by showing me shit I'm not allowed to have, and you know that I want it. And you know that I'm not allowed to have it. Although, saying that, I've seen the Christmas box sets that Games Workshop's putting out, and not a single one of them holds any interest for me. So that means I don't know what I'm getting towards the end of the year, or where I'm going for it. Now, I've been told I'm not allowed any more big creatures. No more big stuff. So I'm not sure what to do. I do want to expand my paint ranges. And I do want to expand them quite a bit. Doing the blood collar fire opals. The runes as fire opals, oh man. What the hell? That's twisted. No. Is that what he's called? Arctus? I'm gonna go look now. You said he's up, didn't you? Said he's up. So we're gonna go find out. And, oh, Ali, if you bring up that group, you're liable to also get yourself blocked for that one. Friggin', oh, I hate Coldplay. I really do it. Arctus, the mother of all bear. Holy. Right, that's... right. The guy sat on the back is wearing bigger than Terminator armor, and he looks absolutely tiny. I thought Lazarus was big. That's humongous. That's massive. See, I like him without any rider as well. I mean, obviously he's got a rider, which is a dude with a great big whopping claw and a big frigging gun. Amber could work, Fire Opal could work, both could work. It's just, yeah, I think about the amount of effort I'd have to put in, and then I realise it's you that's painting it, not me. And then I remember, so it's going to come out alright then, isn't it? It's not like if I'm painting it where it's just going to come out looking like dog shit. It's going to look alright because you're painting it. I figured that bit now. It's like how I painted my Space Bears compared to how Graham demonstrated how to paint Space Bears. And there is a considerable difference on how Graham has painted his Space Bears as to how I painted mine. And you can tell that considerable difference because the fur looks like fur for Graham. And for me it looks like very, very badly painted lava. Very badly painted lava. I'm not going to pretend it looks good. Lazarus's fur is not perfect. It is far from. I mean, it's close. It's close enough that I've gone, right, he's gone in a box because he will represent exactly what I need him to. And that is awesome. But he is far from perfect. I think the fire effect that I did on the Terminator's neck ruffles, or my proxy Terminator, should I say, because they're not actually Terminators. I just bought a crap load of hammers and shields and put them in it to make them look like Terminators. Or at least equip them like Assault Terminators. Because they are similar size, they're just not quite right. Ah, you're evil to that cat. You've put it in jammies. Cats have fur. Cats don't need jammies. People who put coats on dogs, it's like, what are you doing? They've already got a coat on. That's just daft. But if the cat don't mind, then who am I to complain? Do we have anybody else in the portrait? Nope. We have Ali. And we have a timed out 8. Who ain't so young no more, apparently. And I don't know who else we've got in there. In the town where I was born, lived a man by the sea. And I can't remember all the words of the song to sing. But I do know we all live in a yellow submarine, a big one, yellow submarine, a big one, yellow submarine, a big one. We all live in a yellow submarine, a big one, and it's got lots of nuclear missiles for me. Oh, okay, then fair enough. Yeah, sticking them when Emo has to wear a collar, she's not very happy with us. That's my cat's name, by the way, he's Emo. Because she is an emotional little shit. And always has been from a kitten. Even now at 17, she will shout at us if she doesn't get her cuddles, or she has not had her food. And various other reasons why she could shout at us. Hey Jude, where have you gone? Better. Bum ba da 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 da. I could start another one if you want. In fact, I'd have to get the lyrics up to start that one, because if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it as close to justice as I can, because I do like the song. It's a lot of yellow, that isn't it? That is a lot of yellow. So, should I get... Alright, quick one for whoever's in chat, both chats, so I will give it a few minutes. Am I singing Hey Jude or Jolene? Cast your votes now. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. So I will sing either one, either Hey Jude or Jolene, but you need to let me know which one you want me to sing. And his helmet needs yellowing. You're on Simon and Garfunkel already, fair enough. That's fine, but I'll give as close to a full rendition of either one of those songs So Jolene has been answered by Ali twice. It only counts once, Ali, even though you put it in both chats. Thank you for your enthusiasm, though. Hey, JJ, and you're going for JJ's going for Jolene. Okay, fair enough. We have 2 for Jolene, and nobody else really cares. They just know that I can't sing Worth the Toffee. They're more thinking, lads, please don't. Please don't sing either. Just don't sing either. I like both of those songs. So let's find the Jolene lyrics. E-N-E. Jolene lyrics by Dolly Parton. Don't give me no fucking Beyonce, Jay-Z shit. Okay, so here we go. If this is your first time ever hearing me sing, I do apologise. It's not fun. I'm not good at it. I don't pretend to be. I just enjoy it. So please enjoy it for what it is. It's not somebody who can sing. It's somebody who just enjoys it. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take him just because you can. Your beauty is beyond compare, with flaming locks of auburn hair, with ivory skin and eyes of emerald green. Your smile is like a breath of spring, your voice is soft as summer rain. I cannot compete with you, Jolene. He talks about you in his sleep, and there's nothing I can do to keep him from crying when he calls your name, Jolene. I can easily understand how you can easily take my man, but you don't know what it means to me, Jolene. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take him just because you can. That's all I know of all this song. I've got to all the lyrics done, so this is where I end the song, Jolene. There's nothing left for me to sing, so I'll bring this up to the end, and that's gonna be my song, Jolene. Yeah, I added a bit to the end there because I think I jumped back. Forever young, I wanna be forever young. I don't wanna live forever, 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 forever young. I wanna be forever young. I don't know why I'm doing a singy stream tonight. I don't know what on earth possessed me. But apparently I'm in the mood for singing, so yeah, if more songs pop up, then I may end up going looking for those lyrics as well while I'm painting. This doesn't happen every week, by the way, for anyone who's new. I don't sing every week. I'm not a full performing monkey. But sometimes you'll crack a song in there and it's like, nah, go on. I'll torture you with me this. So what do I want this time? I want Alphaville, Forever Young. I'm not sure if I actually know if I got that one right. Forever Young lyrics, please. Yeah, it is the one, but I can't remember how the verses go. So I can't sing that one. It does make it difficult if you don't actually remember how certain things go in the song. I mean, Jolene, Punk Rock Girl by Dead Milkman. I don't even know if I even know that song at all. Punk Rock Girl by Dead Milkman. Punk Rock Girl lyrics. Right, let's go click on that. Check I've got things muted. Yeah, I have. Right, I don't know this one, so I'm going to have to listen to it. Ooh, I like it though. Oh, this one. No, now I've got it on. I actually recognise it. I just can't sing it. Yeah, no, the cadence of the lyrics I can't get because he's. Well, I mess it up. He's just. Yeah. They're staggering it to the point where. Nope. I have no chance of getting that. No. To her parents for a Sunday meal. But took one leg at me and he began to squeal. But girl makes no sense. See, no. The doubling over lyrics, I can't singularly. They have backing singers coming in with some of the lyrics. And it's, ooh. Clash. I don't mind a bit of Clash. I don't mind a bit of Clash. What do I sing though? What do I sing? Right, let's see if I can get it on there. Because with that one, I would help if I had the music with it, just so I can keep in time. A 3-minute 8 song, so it's not too long. Dun 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 dun. Bum, bum, bum. London's calling in faraway towns. Now all is glad and the battle come down. London calling to the underworld. Come out of the cupboards, you boys and girls. Calling and don't look to us. Only we has been the dust. London calling, we ain't got no swing. Flip for the ring of the truncheon thing. The he's coming. The sun's zooming in. The meltdown expected. The wheat's growing thin. The engine stop running, but I have no fear, 'cause London is drowning and I live by the river. Forget it, brother, you can go it alone. London calling to the zombies of death. Quit holding out and draw another breath. London calling, I don't want to shout. We've been talking, I saw you nodding out. London calling, we ain't got no high. Threat for the one with the yellow eye. Lothy's coming, the sun's zooming in. The engines are running, and the wheat's growing thin. A nuclear era, but I have no fear, 'cause London is calling and I live by the river. God, I sound awful. I get to hear this because I have headphones on. So I am listening. But it means I can't see the chat. So if anyone's screaming for me to stop, I can't see it. I'm sorry. She's coming. The sun's zooming in. The engines stop running. And the wheat's growing thin. A nuclear era. But I have no fear. 'Cause London is drowning and I live by the river. I'm not doing the ooh 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 bit. That'll hurt my voice. London calling, yes I was there too. Know what they said, well some of it was true. London calling at the top of the dial. And after all this, you won't give me a smile. London never felt so like. So there was London calling, butchered by me, live on YouTube. I never said I could sing. Forever Young's an awesome song. That was because Mighty Joe's a dick. Forever young, I wanna be forever young. I really wanna live forever, 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 forever young. I wanna be forever young. I really can't sing this song, so I'll stop. I'll stop. I know some I had extra lyrics, others not so much. Now do Arky Submarine. Now do Northern. We all live in an Orky submarine. A Orky submarine. Orky submarine. We all live in the Orky submarine. Orky submarine. Orky submarine. Well, the boss, he calls for war. And we pilot, boy by boys, and we sail beneath the seas to pop up behind all the Yumis. We watched them fight and ran away. Then we jump out, and then we spray all the Dakar in all the face of the Yumis that didn't run away. 'Cause we just jumped out an Orky submarine, an Orky submarine, an Orky submarine. Now the boys, they've crashed the lot, and they don't know which way to go. So the Nob, he cramps some heads and sends the boys after the dreads. 'Cause we got out of an Orky submarine, an Orky submarine, a Orky submarine. Now the beakies, they blew it up, so there's no way to go back. But what we'll do nice and right is charge and get the fight. We will meet the other boys, then we'll gang up with better toys. Then we'll shoot and chop our way through the Yumis all the day. We all get from the Orky submarine, an Orky submarine, an Orky submarine. How was that? Was that okay? I know the lyrics change every time, because as long as it's roughly right, I don't see a problem. I'll just make it up as I go along, which is what I do a lot of the time for the Orky. And I've got a feeling I'm going to have to do a lot of Orky in October, aren't I? Right, so he's looking very yellow now. He's looking super yellow. Ooh, dear. I wasn't expecting that much. Okay, let's start picking out green bits. Actually, no. Let's get the back of this first. I hope nobody clips these, you know. You know, all these songs that I sing badly. I really hope nobody clips them. I've just got a feeling one day somebody's just going to pop up in Discord and it's just going to be a reel of all my bad singing. Yeah, pretty much how I run things, Ali. I don't think I ever have a plan. And if I do, you should all be worried. Because I will be. I will be shouting myself. What do you mean I've got a plan? I know what I'm doing. No! That was the pink. I need pinky orangey stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much right though, Ali. If anyone sends you any comment, especially one that's designed to try and get on your tits, heart it and thank them for it. Just as a fuck off, grow up, don't be a dick. Northerners thinking, yep, sounds about right. Thank you very much, JJ. Thank you very much. As I said, it doesn't happen every week. I have no idea which version of Laz you will get from stream to stream. This one's been a weird one because I've been happy Laz. I have to talk to people and tell them to behave Laz. and I've been singing as. And I usually don't get all three in one string. I'll get one or two, but not all three. I think ORKTOBER's done something to me head. That under God sing Jolene. I do like Jolene. Dolly Parton's top. It's a lot of money to look that cheap. And that is the best quote. That is friggin' awesome. We've got to pay the squig. I forgot he's got a target in squig. All the way back here on his shoulder. Or behind his shoulder. It's just a little pink bit. No, don't worry about your language. You'll worry about saying dick. And you've got meal sayers again, cunt. Don't worry about it. What? Ali, what are you starting? In fact, are you an unpaid goon? I don't think you are you? I don't think Ali is an unpaid goon. Ali. There you are. No. Rolls. There we go. Now Ali's an unpaid goon. Oh yeah, it is. If you could learn it on the ukulele and stand me singing, then yeah, fuck it. We'll record it. We'll stick it up. I know I've got a channel. I'm pretty sure you've got a channel. We could do it. Whether or not we should is a different matter, but we could. We could definitely do it. Let's go in. Oh no. I'm in the wrong one. I need to go in that one. Go to channel. Yeah. And going off the multifunctional videos that you have in yours, it might be better suited for your channel than mine. So there you go. You can have a cannibalization video on your channel. Or are we busking this? If we're busking it, I'm not doing it in Trafford Centre. I'm not busking in the Trafford Centre. I mean, we could go viral, just not for the right reasons. Well, if it turns up on other channels like this one, Ali, you'll be fine. As you know, you've got the full backing of not only me behind the camera, but everybody else in chat. So if the poor guy pops in and you decide, do you want to know something? No, I'm going to leave him. Because I'm going to leave chat to take care of him. Feel free. Outside Games Workshop in town and do the Arky submarine. That's an idea, isn't it? And I can belt out that org voice is just me, and I can go up in volume. I'm doing it low volume because of the microphone in front of me. I could go up in volume. It'd hurt my voice, but I could go up in volume. Oh, that's an idea and a half. Yeah. But thing is, busking, I never get any money going and just end up buying models. Let's go back if I've missed anything. No, I'm okay. I'm okay. Yeah, I want more than a free box of paints. I'd want a full. I want the full range, one of each, or at least inspiration and bits to be able to go in and make an Arky submarine. I'd want to be able to make an Arky submarine out of bits boxes that they have in there. And obviously, what was once one of their flagship stores as well. At one point, that store used to be in the Arndale. It was one of the biggest in Europe. So it still gets visitors from out of town coming to it. But knowing our luck, we'll plan it on one of the days when they've got one of them bloody things going up and down the street where people are shouting lots of other things that have got no relevance at all to an Arky submarine. Has anyone seen your advert on Facebook? An advert? I don't look on Facebook, so I probably haven't. In fact, no, I haven't, because I don't look on Facebook. Well, he's not the first Arky cover. Right, where is it? Right, let's see if I can load. Is it under music? No. Downloads? Where's Cindy Larker? Right. Open with VLC Media Player. No, pause. Go back. Right. Add file. Part 2. Open. Add file. Part 3. Open. Okay, now how do I make sure... Right, I'm going to mute me so I can do this.
I come home in the morning like my boss says, when you gonna get for the fight? Oh, boss, we's not the fortunate ones, and orcs, they wanna have fun. Orcs, they wanna have fun. The phone rings in the middle of the night, and the war boss yells, when you gotta join the fight? Oh, boss, you know you're still number one. But the boys, they want to have fun. Oh, boys want to have fun. That's all they really want. Some fun. When the warring day is done, the Hawks, they want to have fun. Oh, the Hawks want to have fun. Some orcs take a beautiful squig and hide her away from the rest of the world. I want to be the walking one with my gun, 'cause the orcs, we want to have fun. Yeah, orcs want to have fun. I come home in the morning like my boss says, when
Yeah, so I have another Arky song, which is Cindy Larker. So we have the yellow Ark Marine, or the Arky submarine, and we have Cindy Lauper. No worries, Ali. Are you alright, JJ? Deep breath. Deep breath. No worries, Graham. I will keep an eye out for your advert, though. I might actually go looking through videos and stuff on Facebook, just see if I can spot it. I do tend to avoid Facebook, because I don't like it. A horrible, horrible thing. So now we start with skin tone, which is Death Guard green, because I don't want bright yellow, bright greeny green orcs. I like quite pale orcs. Now I used to have to use green and then tone it down with ivory, but since I've got all this Death Guard green, I think I'll use that. Makes bloody sense. I might use the brighter green on the Gretchen though. All the skin areas, but I'm going to have a lot of metal bits and other bits to come out through this. There's lots of bits and pieces and stuff that I really didn't think about when I was putting this together. Like how much detail Chaos Bits have them. And I've used an entire arm of friggin' Hellbrute. No, I have. When it comes to Death Guard green, I think I've got about 6 or 7 pots. So I'm not running out anytime soon. But it does make sense to make use out of it. Now, for anyone who has not yet caught their breath from laughing at me, just remember, deep in, hold, deep out, then piss your side laughing again. It works. Just keeps that slight hysteria going. I've got my headphones on. I can hear me. I'm talking in my own head. Surefire way to put me off. Although I did right. Going through the clash. I did alright. Could have done much worse. Oh, the proc claimers. And if I would smash 500 heads, then I would smash 500 more, just to leave that axe down at the base of my war boss's great big door. When I wake up, well, I know it's gonna be a fantastic war day just for me. When we get up,
Well, we knows we's gonna be. We's gonna charge the beaky boys just like we said. But when I shout, "War 500 boys," and when I shout, "War 500 more," they will steam right forward with their guns and choppers just to fight some more. My poor partner's sat upstairs listening to this, probably thinking I've gone fucking nuts. She knows this, she already knows, but I think I might have just took it 1 or 2 steps further than she was expecting. Oh well. Now, do I? Don't I? Not sure. That's why I'm asking. Do I wash with Coelia Godshade, or do I use Carthonian Camo Shade? Big question. Big question. Yeah, you do. Yeah, don't give me that crap, Northern. Yeah, you do. You know 100% what you're doing, even though you've only just joined. You've caught on very quick. You know what you're doing. We know what you're doing. You're derailing the stream, which is so easy. If I had any professionalism about me, it wouldn't be that deal. It wouldn't be that easy. But I don't. I think I'm sat in the chat with you, and well, that doesn't work. Because obviously I'm not. I'm sat up on the screen. So to think you kind of sat in the chat. Oh, and JJ knows as well. JJ's cottoned on. Like, yeah, this guy's off his fucking head. I'm just glad you have been in to see the good happy streams and not where I've had some blithering idiot come in and say something. If I hear sisters run, if I hear anything that shouts for the Emperor, that isn't me. Yeah, I'm running anyway. Yeah, they're coming for me, Ali, don't worry. They've got the white coat ready. And the tranquilizer dart. Apparently he's easy with that. Not sure why. But a tranquilizer dart makes it easy. Ooh, that was noisy. I never actually get to hear how noisy that is. I didn't realise it was that bad. So let's get the Gretchen painted in the bright green. And while I go for my cup refill and necessities off camera, it gives you all a chance to do the same. And if you're not, and you're thinking, nah, I'm just going to sit here and wait, then you get to take note of the Rogues Den Hobbies discount code. And there has just been an addition. Oh, and what a friggin' addition it was.
It's awesome. Um, it's a it's a bear, and it makes Lavras look like a kitten, but it's on his all fours, so I can't use it as a dreadnought. I'd have to use it as like a really fancy captain on a bike, even though he's gonna be like half the size of a stomper, maybe a bit bigger. But he'll follow the rules for a captain on the bike. Nah, Madhouse is about right. Um, he's quite quiet, but yeah, sometimes, sometimes you all just take that left turn and lose me completely. I've got no idea where you're going with it, and then I have to try and make sense, which doesn't work because I have no sense. Gretchens. I didn't actually realise I had this many Gretchens. Or different types, anyway. Now I know I've nicked one off the stumper, which is the one he stood on. Anyone wondering where that is, you'll see in a minute as I paint it. He stood on a Gretchen. As well as the one with all the dot tools in front of him. The one with the ammo box walking behind him. The one strapped behind him feeding his guns. And then the poor one that didn't move. Which I believe was Twisted's idea? Was it your idea, Twisted, for me to have him stood on one? Oh, I mean, there's all sorts on Rogue's Den. Yeah, Space Dwarves being one. That's probably how I'll expand my Votan range. I'll go through Rogue's Den instead. And I'll expand them that way. Just like I did with Terminators. Because once I found bear ones with the hammers, yeah, not Votan, just Space Dwarves. For obvious reasons, they can't call them Votan. Even though I'll be using them to expand my Votan army, I'll be using them as proxies. So they are not one for one. I'm just going to have to get the closest I can. So there you go. As I said, he is stood on one, which you can just about make out underneath him. Um, See, I've got a few Votan, not many. I've got bikes and a car, and they just remind me of old Space Marines, about the same size, just classic size Space Marines. Because they have character. Now, yes, I am doing most of this with a single brush, and it's a size 3. Right, so you did mention he should step on one, which is why he's standing on him. So if anyone's wondering, it's Twisted who is the cruelest to the Gretchen. That little Gretchen would have been hanging on to the stomper quite happily. And now he's being stood on. All because of Twisted. I'm blaming Twisted because, well, Twisted can't reach. You can't just pop over and... Nope. You need very long hands to be able to reach across that ocean. So we have a little bit of red, bits of green, yellow, lots of silver. I'm going to have to get ivories and other things. Because he's... Ooh, actually. If I can... Ooh. Not quite dry brush, but... Hey, that's nice. Just a slight hint of the brighter green over the top. And that's looking alright. That is looking alright. They do have space bears. Now, if you see the one with 2 big claws, that is Larvarus. But I ordered mine bigger than what you would get as standard. So, yeah, he's a fucking monster. To say the least. He can hold a Hellbrute in one hand and a Box Dread in the other. And still be snarling at you. So we have metallics, or some. We've got a lot of leather and a few more brass bits. So I'm going to get them brass bits and then I'll go for my little break because I know I've still got a little bit left, but it's freezing. Just get in the bullets. All over his shoulder. Clean up any bits round here. Anywhere that I've smudged with yellow, that I could do with cleaning up. There we go. Okay, so I will be taking a short break. Before I do that, though, I'm going to have to find something to put up. No worries, Twisted. We'll enjoy your food. And I want YouTube. And first of all, check that's muted. Yes, it is. Right, is this any good? I have no idea. Um, that'll do. Okay, so now I need to mute myself. Well, mute myself, put this up, and then set YouTube going. So I'll be back soon. Hello, welcome back. Well, I'm back. Hello. Close that window. Yes, Ali is right. Arius Nation does do copyright-free music. However, that wasn't what you was listening to. That was 80s synthwave, just a live channel that constantly goes. Still copyright-free, but please do check out Arius Nation. He's got quite a selection on there. Just not all of them quite hit the mark for me. And I'd have to set up a playlist of specific ones, whereas that I can just let it go. Thank you, Ken. I got it. Yep. Thank you. Bloody hell. This is what happens when you get a pint cup of really hot tea. It hurts and burns. So, now we need ivory. What? I've got like 6 ivories. Why can't I find one? There's one. Wall paint spiky bones. Thank you, Ali. Well, Sparkles made this one for me. So I'm afraid not. I think she already made one for myself and her. And she generally does. And she's gone back upstairs now. So she doesn't happen to listen to me in stereo. Could you imagine that? Watch me on the stream with a little bit of sound, but having me right here in front of you as well. So you're hearing it in double. It's enough to put anyone off, isn't it? Right, where needs to be bony? Bony, bony, bony. So it's going to have to be this big section around the front of his gob and the bit around the top of his head. That he's managed to nab off some bee snaggers just to make himself look more intimidating. Some big squig jaws and teeth and stuff. Purposely not painting them in the Tyranid colours, even though they are Tyranid parts. I've got to get right under his chin. Right under. You need caffeine? Caffeine is good. Now, I'm not having caffeine at this time of night for me because it'll be a pop bloody night if I do. So I'm having small caffeine with tea. No coffee. Certainly no friggin' energy drinks. Jesus. They're only for used when I'm exhausted. And then it gives me just enough energy to be back at this level. If I was to get energy drinks at this level, oh dear. Nope. Nope, nope. I'd be bouncing in my chair. No chance I'll be able to actually paint anything because my mind will be all over the bloody place. I know I'm not allowed to drink Red Bull because I'm bad on that. I'm really bad on that. Lovely, Ellie. Thank you for coming to join us. You have a good night. Have a nice sleep. And I hope you have a nice day tomorrow. Oh, I'm dropping off the camera. That's not good. Now, I don't intend to actually finish this tonight because it's quite a large model with lots of stuff on it. But I'm going to get as much as I can done. And then obviously next week I'll continue on. And by the end of October, Glasgow Thwacker will be painted. That's my plan. If I'm lucky enough and I can finish in like 2 weeks, I might move on to the Death Dread or the War Boss in Mega Armor. I am not looking at that Stomper and painting it. That is, I've had it for years and it's just intimidating to paint. It's going to have to be an airbrush project. And I can't use airbrush on stream because I paint late at night. So if I do that one on stream, it will be a bit of an impromptu daytime one. So I do apologise if anyone doesn't get to see it. But I do have to do it during the day. Yes, Sally, it is. Thursday evenings, same time as this, is the magical world of Sparkles and Oaks. Because I do D&D, not just 40k. And I'm making an entire world with completely custom characters. Well, not completely custom, but yeah, some of them do require some DM customization just for special weapons and rules because they're all animals. But I do try and keep them as close to classes and within certain tolerances of D&D 5e. The original one, not the new daft one where orcs can't be like that. Of course they can, they're orcs. The whole point. Racial traits are racial traits. If you make a lion, it's strong. If you make a cheetah, it's fast. If you make a bat, he's gonna fly. Which I'm not happy about because he's a thief. I'm happy about my barbarian flying, that's fine. But I'm not so happy about the thief flying. Which is why the penguin's gonna be the assassin, so he has no fucking fly speed. Well, at the moment. He might be able to get items. A cloak of wings or even a flying broomstick. Which could give him flying abilities. But he will not have a natural fly speed because that's just overpowered. So that does mean that if we do play some games and you do have a favourite character that you use over and over again, you'll have your own custom sheet with items that they've gained when you've been playing them, which will be unique to you while playing that character anyway. Yes, you are right. And Ali's top on form tonight. Ali is top on form. Yeah, if you don't wish to join Discord, which I understand completely, lots of people don't want to join Discord, but the comment section is there. Go ahead, leave ideas that you think could be turned into an Orky version. I'll look at it to see if I can, because I can't do it with all of them. Not every song lends itself well to an Orky conversion. But if you can, it's fairly easy, like Yellow Walkmarine or Orky Submarine, then that's not a problem. Some are a little bit more difficult though, and it's just that, nope, can't do that one. But I'll let you know. Either by your suggestion in Discord or your comment. A lot of ivory. There's a lot of oil paints on this thing, isn't it? Lots of oil paints. We're certainly getting the colours compared to the black and white that it was. Now, I believe... JJ, have you just joined Discord? I think I saw a pop-up on my phone saying that somebody's joined Discord, but was too slow to notice. And it won't show me on the PC while I'm streaming. Because it has something called streamer mode, which I wasn't aware of. Where it stops things going beep beep in my ear in the middle of a stream. So it doesn't distract me too much. Not that I need much help. I get distracted far too easily. Right, now what's in this Gretchen's thingy box? That looks like a pile of bandages. That looks like his arms wrapped in bandages as well. Paint them in. Then we can give them a wash. Along with... anyone else look like they've got bandages wrapping around them? Or anything that looks like it should be leathery in some kind of way? Yeah, around that foot. I don't know, I have to come back with green because I've missed bits. Let's get the bandages done first. Ah, you put a request in the music category. Okay. Go check that out. Because the bane of any painter's existence is drying time. Of course, I've got to do in this. I've got to give it a chance to dry. So let's go see what you've popped in. And the music section. Oh, yes. In the middle of our street. Oh, yes. With the boys who like to meet. That one. A bit of madness. A bit of madness in there. And yeah, how come I always get the bloody chick? I don't like the chick. Always gives me the chick though. Yeah. The chick will do. It's not like it's the end of the world, is it? And bone trophies sticking out of his arm. As teeth. Oh, that was the big one sticking out of his shoulder. Oh, bugger. I forgot about them. This is why I'm glad I used Pro Acryl and not the speed paints, so they're not reactivating as I'm painting over them. Pardon me. So now I need to pick some colours for the other hammer. While I'm picking that colour, I'm going to fill in the actual face of the Space Marine one that I missed. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Bronze. Oh, brass. Sorry, brass. I knew there was another colour that I needed to use. That wasn't bronze and wasn't silver. It's brass this time because I'm doing the chaosy side. I know one's bronze and this one's going to be brass and red. So brass around the trim. I kind of zoom in and get this a little bit. There we go. That makes it look a little bit easier, doesn't it? Not that it is. Still bloody difficult keeping my hand this steady. I was glad I took my tablets in time. Pardon me. If anything like the other night, then this might not have actually been possible. I mean, I barely got one character done on Thursday. And it was like a tenth of the size of this, without anywhere near as much detail. Yeah, it makes sense to have the skull in the middle the same colour. And make sure I don't leave any bubbles or anything in the eyes. Really annoying when you do that. Go ahead, man. We have a finished model section, we have a work in progress section, and feel free to post whatever you want in Discord, providing it's hobby related in those two sections anyway. There are other sections, which, yes, general will cover. So post stuff in there as well if you wish. But if it's specifically gaming related and things like that, then please work in progress or finished models. Not that you see much of mine in finished models. Just warning you now, I'm mostly in work in progress because I don't think I've actually finished any projects. I think this might be the first. No, I'm going to bronze that up at the tip to get rid of that yellow. It should cover the yellow better than silver. Hockey day. Right. Now all the easy bits done. No worries. No worries. We like to see new people's work. It either lets us see fantastic piece of works that you've done. It can also inspire others. Oh, that's nice. Well, I do like that big red monolith. And that concrete building. And that's all XPS. Ah, some good work, man. That is some very good work. Let's see, what can he get on it? I don't have any nitro boost, so I can't put him on there. Damn it. Which one's it going to have to be? That is going to have to be that one. Because I don't have many others. That's how things work. You do what you can. If you can't, you don't. Browns. I'm thinking browns. Do we do the leathers now? And then if I work up through the leathers, I know what I then need to do with the rest of the metallics. Did I get his hand? No, I didn't. I didn't get his hand. A little bit more of this green. Brighter green. And come back in and get the Gretchen's hands down here. Forgot about them. Little dude's probably stood in the most dangerous place, right in front of the foot. But I forgot his hands. And his feet. This is why I end up having to go back over every model 6 times. Because I forget basic stuff. Feet. Feet are pretty damn basic. You should paint them on everything. Unless they've not got feet like this one. This one's not got feet. So we don't have to paint this. I'm thinking wash first. And then come back. So I get a bigger brush. Make it wet. Ooh. Make it very, very, very wet. So that is dripping. And then we get the Agrax Earthshade first to do all the bone bits. And then we go to the green. And then we go to the Null Nile. And we see what it looks like after. Oh, and the yellow. And we see what it looks like after all that. Let's zoom back out again. Just so we can actually see what I'm doing. Does help. Now I've got to admit, it is starting to worry me a little bit that on my own Discord server, I'm the worst painter. I'm the worst crafter. I'm the worst modeler. And everybody else seems to do stuff better than I do. Which is slightly disheartening, but also quite nice. I get so many ideas and so much inspiration from everybody else's work. Like, it pushes me to at least try different things. I never really got into kit bashing until, well, all of you started putting your own kit bashes in the work in progress and finished models, and I'm like, ooh, it seems possible. It does seem possible. When I saw the opportunity arise with the Nemesis Dread Knight armour, and I was never going to do Grey Knights, I thought I'd give it a shot and turn this into a Ghazghkull proxy. So, inspiration. A strange thing for me, but I had some sort of a plan. However loose it was still a plan. And it was very, very loose, wasn't it? It was about as loose as a 50-year-old lady on the game. Which by that point you'd imagine is very bloody loose. Sorry if that made someone feel slightly ill. Just the thought of it. And by 50-year-old lady on the game, I mean she's not 50-year-old, she's been on the game for 50 years. And I don't mean tabletop. Although she might have been on 1 or 2 tabletops. It wasn't quite what I was thinking. Oh, I'm off camera. I'm off camera. Panic, people. Panic. So that's the Agrax. Mostly done except for these 2 bits. Sorry for smacking the camera there with my headphones. I've got to get used to spatial awareness with this section in front of me. It's alright. That's good, because that means half the shit that was coming out of my mouth is gonna go, nah, I didn't mean it like that. Which means you understand me, slightly. Which is good. Very good. Move you back there now. Now, where is my yellow wash? Oh, I'm running really low. I'm running stupidly low. I don't even think I'm going to have enough to do this. I'm going to have to pay a visit to the shop that I hate. Don't like buying Games Workshop paints from Games Workshop because they cost a fucking fortune. No worries, JJ. See you soon, man. You go grab that caffeine. I can't really say anything. I went for a top up on nicotine. It's very much needed sometimes. Especially when I need to get my head sorted from out of singing into actual painting. I'm going to guess most people have seen the Christmas boxes that got announced. I've got to say I'm very disappointed in what they decided to put out this year. you're getting not very much in the boxes for the price you're going to pay for it. And I think that's a bit of a bad deal. 2 dreadnoughts and a couple of things from the Leviathan box. 1 new unit, that's it. Which is just a command squad, really. Other than that, you're getting bits from starter boxes. What a rip! I mean, if those boxes will boost your army enough, then fair enough. They might be worth your while. I mean, the Votan one will probably give me a good boost on my Votan army. But as you've seen, Roast and Hobbies has quite a few different dwarfy space things. So it's not like I'm running low on choices for space dwarves. I've done Agrax. No, I'm going to go with Coelia. I know I shouldn't. Where's my Coelia green shade? There it is. I'm going to go with Coelia green shade to wash the orc flesh. I know I shouldn't. I should go for the actual green. But you all know how much I like this colour. So this is the one I'm going to go with. I like my orcs to look a little bit different than standard. I like most of my stuff to look different than standard, to be quite honest. Which is why I run so many proxies. That way my army stands out more than anyone else's. Because I've not followed the step-by-step Duncan Rhodes style tutorials on how to paint in a GW fashion. I don't want to paint in a GW fashion. I want to paint in my fashion. Which is grab your seat, hold on, and find out what happens. And sometimes you get happy accidents. And sometimes you don't get so many happy accidents, but you go along with it anyway. It's fun. Certainly an interesting way to do things. Let's get these washes on. Come on, let's get these washes done. Some of us do want to go to sleep tonight. At some point. I'd like to get as much as I could done tonight. Just so I have less to do next week. And hopefully I could be able to finish it next week. That'd be good if I could. If I could finish it next week, that'd be awesome. But I know I've got a lot of leather to do yet. Which is even more bloody washing of Agrax Earthshade. Lots of washing of Agrax Earthshade. Doopy-doo. Do-do-do-do. This Lasgo. 4 Macaris. But he's killed 1 already. He stood on him. I made him squish. Lucky there are 3 more round him now. 3 more round him now. 3 more round him now. Luckily there's 3 more round him now. There's 3 more round him now. There's 3 more round him now. So that when he squishes more, then the others Come and replace the little grot that is so strong with a 2+ in Volani's face. Macari rocks. Oh! Space Marine helmet. It's one of my Space Marines though, isn't it? So it's black. He needs a wash. He needs an oil. He needs an oil. There it is. In fact, quite a lot needs null oil on this now. More than I would care to like. Getting all in that in there. Don't try and do stuff with a model in your hand and try and open a pot of paint. It doesn't work, you absolute buffoon. That reminds me, I've got to start looking at hotel rooms. Don't ask me why painting null oil is reminding me I've got to look at hotel rooms. But it did. For some strange, bizarre reason. It just reminded me. Welcome back, JJ. Are you caffeinated? Are you all coffeeed up? Are you bouncing around the room and ready to go? Bounce, 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 bouncy, 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 bounce, 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 bouncy, bounce, bouncy, bouncy, bounce, bounce. Please don't ask. I'm not sure either. I know it's just happened though. That's all I know. Yes, that just happened. No, I don't know why. More null oil. Now this needs to go onto this plate. Get into the bullet holes. And to oil this up. And onto this one. For the same reason. It doesn't help when the shadows get in the way when you're trying to put a wash on. That really doesn't help. Rest on your hammers. Oh, I've missed the yellow panel. I've missed the yellow panel. That's not good. Let's go back and grab the yellow, cause I've missed it. You're rocking and a rolling, moving and a grooving. Ramming and a jiving. Now I know he's not done, but I'm running low where to add things apart from the brown sections around here. I mean, I could have more silver. And I could add a bit more colour in there. On that section. Higgity, higgity, higgity. Don't ask. Not sure either. I think I'm going to have to go for lead belcher on that. And then possibly try and put some chipped paint on or something. And I'm going to have to brass up that head of the axe a bit more. An axe? Hammer. So let's get some lead belcher in here. Because it is the front of a bike after all. And some of the deeper places where really there should be some kind of metallic sheen. I get forward with leaving the deeper recesses just pure black. It'll help with the washes later. And his toes. His tootsie toes. Oh, I'm still not fully zoomed out, am I? Sorry. Oh yeah, tootsie toes. Touches. Hold your nose, 'cause he's smelly toes, and he's gonna bounce all on you. He's gonna run, he's gonna stop. With his hammers, he's gonna crush you. What can I say? It's Glasgow Thwacker. He don't give no curling cracker. He will hit you no matter what you do. Because he just wants to fight with you. Just Glasgow Thwacker just wants to fight. I forgot about the metal plate down there on the floor as well. Lots of little metal plates. That's really frigging sharp because it is actually metal. Because smart me decided to glue brass etching bits down, and now I've got sharp metal pieces all over the base. Because I cut them up. They're not as. I can make that a bit shinier there for the helmet, and then when I paint that up some way, it should stand out a little bit more. Back to the lead belcher. And the backs of his feet. This is shit that I should have done earlier. Sorry, language. I have been told I should need to calm my language down a little bit. I do swear too much. And they're right, I do. I swear way too much sometimes. That's just how it is, I suppose. Some people, swearing is just part of their vocabulary. And if you were to take it out, then you were to stunt their ability to express themselves. Not that I'm claiming to be like that, but you know, if you can think of a reason, then circumnavigate some of the things. That's gonna be an arse to wash. It's gonna be a proper arse to wash. Okay, now a few of you have seen Lasgull when I built him, and now you've seen him progress to some point of paint. Which I've got to say, I don't think I've done too bad a job on. I could have done better, but I could have done a hell of a lot worse. Just go back and look to 3 years ago, you'll see how bad I mean. You would expect after 4 years I've got slightly better. Which I appear to have for at least a little bit. even if not quite as much as I would have liked. I would have liked to have been up to the point where I can do things like glazing and non-metallic metal, but I'm not brave enough yet. Not yet. So we'll save that until I am a little bit more brave. Thank you, JJ. I mean, I think it took me about 3 hours to kit bash together. Once I realised what I was going to use as a base piece. And then having lots of spare Tyranid parts and loads of spare Ork parts. Just to help put him together. And obviously nicking the Dread Knight hammer and the Hellbrute hammer helped a lot to make him a thwacker. Because you can't thwack things unless you've got big things to go thwack, thwack, thwack. Doesn't work, does it? Can't thwack things with a sword. But you can thwack things with a hammer. Oh, nice bright hammers. Decided. Gonna have very bright hammers. Golden brass. Well, bronze and brass. But either way, dead shiny. Dead shiny. Proper flashy. Flashy as the flash gets want these. But he can't have them. Mine. That does give him two big shiny hammers. That green's looking nice as well. I mean, I know there's not a lot of green on here. I mean, unless you look at certain parts. But there isn't great deals amount of green. Brighten that green up a little bit with a tiny bit of warboss flesh. Okay. That's not a nice looking water pot. Which I keep putting in my mouth after I put a brush in it. That's not very healthy either. So where do I go from here? JJ, you just posted something and I can't see it. Sorry about this, people. He does not need a mechanical schlong machine gun. He has a big shoulder-mounted one that has things. And yes, I'm aware I've just made that the entire box take up the whole screen, just so I can read it. Yeah, for some reason that message didn't pop up for me. I don't know why. So I had to do a bit of adjusting so I could still see it. I've got a feeling there's bits I need to do. Now, I could definitely do with getting a dry brush out on the ivory, I know that much. Doing more washes on his feet. And eyes. Eyes need doing. Clean up that little bit of ivory spillage that ended up on a bit of the metal. Try and get a band around there. Now I know it's going to mix with the yellow wash, which is not too bad because it'll give it a slight rust effect as it's mixing. So that's not a bad thing. Let's clean up some of the higher edges on the bits that I've already washed, just to brighten them again. Let's go back in with some black. I think we need some black. Yeah, for some reason it didn't put that one up and I don't know why. Maybe because you said the word schlong. But it came up on the chart and for everyone else to see, but not for me. Don't know why. Computers don't like me at the best of times, I suppose. I just need some pure black. Because not all the armour's going to be metal. I mean, it's going to be made out of metal, but it's not going to be painted metal. Some sections that are just going to be pure black. Keep it in camera, Laz. Keep it in camera. Hardest part about streaming is remembering where the camera capture point is. Especially if you just get yourself set into a nice little and you're alright and then you realise you're actually half the model's not even on the camera. It does become a little bit irritating for people watching. I am sorry about it. I do try and stay on camera if I can. And I think I'm getting better at it. Because I don't know that unless you all say. But I think I'm getting better. I've got to let that dry. Let that dry. Big crosses over anything that has Emperor's words over it. So the orcs are just trying to black it out rather than get rid of it. They just cross it out. It's not there anymore. How do we make certain parts stand out from here? Where's my dry brush gone? I saw it earlier. I mean, doing it this way on my hand is gonna hurt, so. Oh, awesome. So you've done the fire opal while you was eating. Just multifunctioning, multi-talented, multitasking, showing us all up, eating and painting at the same time. Thank you, Twisted. We'll go have a look in a sec. We do have quite a few things in the work in progress sections that do need work on. Either by the person who posted it or people who have asked for our help. Oh, you're not dry yet. Fuck. You're not dry yet. And you're not dry yet.
Why won't you dry?
It was drying as you ate. Fair enough. Yeah, this is just taking ages to dry, so I'm going to start working on the leather. Which will probably start with Mornfang. And maybe some Ryan Oxide. And then we'll build it up from there. So, tiny bit of Mornfang. Tiny bit of Mornfang. Tiny bit of Mornfang. Mornfang brand. Mornfang brand. So we'll have case for the stick bombs as Mornfang brown. I'm just going to do the casing of this detached hose. The fact that it's detached doesn't matter, it still works because it's ORKTOBER and they believe, so therefore it is. Which is another great thing about orcs. Power of belief will bring the galaxy to his knees. And his belief in one thing only, that might is right. And the other two bits, we want the Baneblade Brown, is it? No, Ryan Oxide. Ryan Oxide. Don't know why Ryan's got an Oxide, but poor Ryan. Must be uncomfortable to sit on. If we do all that Ryan Oxide, then if it's dry, we should be able to dry brush back over it with the Mornfang. That should hopefully give us the effect that I'm after. Hopefully. Not saying it will, but I'll find out when I try. And the same thing round here. I'm going to try and leave a lot of the stitching and the wrapping just dry brushed. That way when I put the Agrax over it, hopefully it'll just tint the ivory instead and not put the entire thing up. I'll go for a bit of a mix on that. Make it a different brown to do the trousers. I'll add a little Gretchen. Get on camera, Lars. Get on camera, that's the entire point of you doing this thing in front of a camera. Is so that it's on camera. You're not going to bother doing that, then what's the bleeding point? I'm gonna have to look to catch up on. Oh, you're working on the bolt pistol next. Good luck with that, because I don't like bolt pistols. I know they're really simple, but I don't like bolt pistols. Just a bit of red, bit of silver, bit of black, and then you've got to sit there with the most ridiculously sized fucking Aquila or shit or skull or something that's way too small and it has no right to be that small. And I know this is the guy who was painting those stupid cats where they got eyes that are small than a bloody millimetre, but those were all small. Space Marine's not all small, it just has little annoying bits on him that are small. Alright. Still got a feeling there's bits that I've missed that I need to do. I know there's a few washes, quite a few washes that I need to put in there. Especially inside in his chest. I do need to put some more washes in there. But which ones? Which ones? I definitely need to do something with his crotch area. He has no crotch cloth or drops or anything, so there's nothing to protect his nether regions. That's pretty much how I have it set up. This is why the paints are where they are. I know that that's the top, that's the side, and that's about where I get to on the portrait cam. Obviously I get all the way over to here on the full cam and all the way over to here, but it's a big difference between the two. Good evening, Buzzard. Good evening. You've missed a lot of Orky and a lot of other rather embarrassing moments for me, especially if people have clipped them. Oh, that was a lot of noise. Shouldn't have had that much noise on a cup of tea. Alright, so let's see what else I can touch up in the next 20 minutes and what I can work on and what I think I can get to look right without going for just washes. Rather not just do washes. Not all night, anyway. So I'm going to need some metallics more on this section of the hammer. That was way too much paint on my brush. Means I'm going to have to spread it around a bit. So it doesn't clog up the area up here. Still, I'll leave the detail in. So our tiny little metal bits popping through his arc flesh. So we can get them in. Actually, I think that's... Oh no. There's some cabling back here as well. Is Peace People meaning you're leaving, JJ? In which case, thank you very much for coming to join us. And how is your helicopter hunting gone tonight, Beaky? Did you shoot enough down with rocket launchers, or did you just head to that really little cool motorbike hover thing and just hunt them down in that? Which I've got to say is pretty bloody impressive, in fairness. How you control that thing in the first place, I have no idea. If I just dab in there, it should give just a little metallic shine. But not too much. He's got all that which needs painted yellow on top. Now, if I get some watered down versions and just mix them in with a few different colours, hopefully I can get a bit of a muddy metallic going. It's not completely clean. Even over some of these sections just had a small bits of either a brighter colour or a slightly darker colour. If I come back to this one, and I can try and rust up little sections. So they're not as nice and neat. Seems to work better than the Agrax wash to start with. No worries, JJ. Glad to see you in, and thank you for calling in. If you do catch me next time, I look forward to seeing you again. Well, I can't guarantee ORKTOBER every time, but we'll see what happens. We're dark and metallic. Just to add that grit and that just not shiny and not pure metal. It's rusty, it's been used, it's not well maintained. A finger to dab about a bit, vary it up a bit more. Especially around the bottom of his feet here. Stops it being that clean silver. Don't want clean silver. A nice big dollop on and then smudge it with my finger so it's not neat, it's not tidy. It is orkish. I mean, there are still bits that will show up and show as clean and shiny, but not as many areas, hopefully. Once I've worked that through. There we go. So that's the dirtier, much dirtier metal. That's pretty damn good. I'll say I'm happy with what I've done tonight. I've had a few epiphanies on how to do stuff, such as mixing two complete non-silvery colours together to get a silvery rust. Don't ask me how that's worked, but it has. That way when I come in with the more pure colours, like exhaust and things, it's not as bad and not as jarring. Getting those exhausty bits done at the back, which I have been forgetting about, is not good. And a little bit on the axe there. So there we go. This is my base colour scheme for ORKTOBER, and it's going to be my base colour scheme for orcs going forward. So they are going to be yellow, as much as I don't like yellow. Try and clean up some bits before I go. That section there. That needs a bit of cleaning. And that can do with a bit of a spruce up as well. Both still needing a wash. But at least I can give them that wash. That's the main thing. Try and bring up some of the areas that I've done too heavy of a wash on. So it's not as bad and not as bold. Or it's not as washed out even. Okay, so now I've got to let all the washes dry because they're still not drying. I can still see lots of wet patches, especially in the green and the null. Washes take friggin' ages, don't they? So, work in progress. We have Lasgull, Madfucker, Thwacker. Which is not too bad of a model done so far. It's gonna need a lot of more work though. It's gonna need a lot more work. Ooh. 3-hour stream. I'm doing alright. I do need to take photographs though. So I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you very much for everybody coming to join us. And if you've hit the like, thank you. If you've been new to the channel, you've subscribed, you've joined the Discord. Again, thank you very much for all that. We do have a work in progress section and a finished model section and a few other places, especially like animals. So feel free to post away. Do the YouTube clickety clap button things if you want to. Don't if you don't. But I will be back hopefully around about 10 AM if you're in the UK to cover the Combat Patrol magazine on Wednesday. But I will be back on Thursday at 9:30 at night to do the Magical World of Sparkles and Oak. Wednesday's stream is dependent on the magazine arriving. Thursday's stream will happen. So, yeah, again, thank you everybody for coming. Please drive safe and I'll catch you next time.